This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Kentucky Wildcats. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buffaloes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Using his legs, it's McGowan. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out through the 25.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
It's complete on the right side. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46. Great protection there, plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
29 Philly.
Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Let's go.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Hand off to the fullback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, first and goal with the 1. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Sneaks into the end zone.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Using his legs, it's Hayden. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Paul, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. Think about the Big 12 conference. It just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today. And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Salter. They're setting up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Kick is in the air. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Tight end now in motion. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. On the move, it's Hayden. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll go to the ground. Slithers into space. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Last year's return to prominence for Colorado was fueled by a couple of superstars, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy and giving this whole program a bolt.
They also lost Shedeur Sanders at quarterback, so losing a lot of talent on the field, but there are a lot of eyes on this program now for obvious reasons. And because of the guy running the program, they're always recruiting extremely well. There's new talent coming in the building. Nobody can overlook Colorado anymore.
Well, it's crazy because the list of Hall of Fame coaches are incredible. I mean, you just go down the list, and I've heard of that guy, heard of that guy, heard of that guy. And so they're starting to recruit better and get more talent. Can they solidify the line of scrimmage? That's what's been the key for Colorado. Can they be physical and tough up front?
From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. To the air, it's Salter. Picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
They'll leave it with him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Wildcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. The give to the fullback. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they get the first down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring.
Unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Handoff to the lone back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's reeled in, it's low. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal.
Here we go.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long.
Green 25.
From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over the Groupers. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the option. Now the toss. Crosses the 45. He's loose. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you can tell he made them pay with a big gain down the field.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. The offense changing the play. He's got the tight end. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Lewis wants to pass. Flips it out on the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got to land. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the running back. Running to Green. It's a seam wide open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Moss. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Lewis to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They come to the line on 3rd and goal, looking for their first points of the day. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
He's looking to throw. Looking to get it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. And now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Gets them away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback adapting. Grab near the marker is thrown. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Off play action on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
The Wildcats are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Takes a hit as he fires.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Welch. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Lewis wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in. It's Hayden. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Kentucky 13, Colorado 0.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Looking to fire. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far. And a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up. And another great job that time in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, the thing about the jet sweep is oftentimes it gets the defense confused. They can't find the ball, but not that time. Great job of eye discipline defensively, finding who had the ball, and then using their speed to get there to make a nice tackle.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the deep.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Hard running there. He's loose down the middle. Another broken tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
It's like a cheat code. You know what's coming, but it's so hard to stop when you got the big fullback who comes downhill when you need it the most on 3rd down and just falls forward. He's going to get the first down. It's so nice to have, and this offense is set up with a chance to run this clock out.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Off play action. They're working that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw it. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
This defense has forced a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on 3rd and goal? Trying to barrel in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets
There he goes! All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Bringing the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
It'll be 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ball game.
Reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Kentucky now operating in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. These corners going to give them some space. The corners are walked up tight. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The pass ball is incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They have given it up on all 3 of their previous 4th down tries. Can they keep the drive alive here? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Timeout, Colorado.
Lewis to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.